Hello and welcome back to Better Than Adventure. Something really stupid happened between episodes. It's also shockingly hot outside. It's, not actually that hot, but it's hot for fucking April. I built this pillar and slowly waited for it to fucking grow. And then, as it was almost there, somebody told me, hey, could you not just bone meal the... Yeah, I didn't, And between then and now, so much time passed that I cleaned up this entire area, so it's just granite, and this is expanded. Like, these 4 sections are completely new. And up here, all the trees have been planted. So yeah, today we remove the dirt pillar of the dirt staircase of shame and begin construction. I should have really taken some dirt with me. Hold on. Also, just to show you really quickly, because I don't want to spend too much time on this. I was bored and ran around, primarily wasting torches, but also lighting up some areas to prevent mob spawns. Mostly though, I wanted an excuse to get some more bones in case we find more dogs. And whenever I run out of diamonds, I just go back to base and get more. I just went for a full stack of diamonds this time. Before I got like half a stack wasn't enough, so got a full stack. Isn't that fun? I'm also gonna keep the bone meal in my inventory now and leave these back in here. Give me the buckets, though. I'm gonna need those. Anyways, yeah. So here we are. The main base is kind of funny because it's, close enough to where going to it isn't that much of an, like, annoyance. But it's still far enough away to where I would rather just move a lot of the stuff here. Anyways, so you're gonna love the way I'm gonna clean this up. Shit. Okay, we have to go up the traditional way. Come on. Come on. I do like the way I've designed this place. I feel like, specifically the fact that, shit. I feel like specifically... Wait, oh yeah, I forgot. This will push me off. Okay. Specifically the fact that the entire... I'm gonna leave, like, the bottom like this, and then I'll start off with the grass. Anyways, yeah, I feel like the way I've designed this place leaves some questions, like, how are you gonna get up it? And that's something I'm gonna solve later. My current idea is to build a spire here. Like, in between, in this little empty space. Some kind of spire that looks like it's hooked into both of these sides, so it still might leave, like, this space in the middle completely empty. So, like, there would be a few, like, bushes here or something, right? Where they get barely any light from the giant, like, truss structure up here. I thought it'd be interesting, because, like, the general idea is, and I'll show you this, so these are gonna be 2 biomes, one for each sort of roof surface. So I'll start off, like, planning out the structure here. So I think I'm gonna start off with a little pool. Like, sort of off-center, you know? Kinda like... this. Yeah, I think this'll be like a decent sort of shape for like a little pool of water. Then we'll get up. And I'll make it 2 deep, which will mean that I'll actually move all of this like a layer down. I said I was gonna leave this. Yeah, no, I feel like that would cause too many issues, so I'm just gonna redo this. Yeah, basically this is the idea. The idea is that, up here, I'm just gonna have, like, a normal-ass looking area. Because I feel like, oops, I feel like, within the realm of, like, a lot of Minecraft stuff, this is sort of like, the biggest fault I see with a lot of builds. They rely a little bit too much on, not seeming natural, but, like, specifically on when a lot of Minecraft builders try to make stuff which looks natural, I feel like, it can tend to look the tiniest bit off, if that makes sense. So this is just gonna be the top layer. Actually, we can make this a little bit marshy. So, yeah, but the idea is I'm gonna have slight hills on the edges, so, you can't really see that the land just ends. But yeah, this is gonna be still underwater. Then this is gonna be, like, the normal land. Oh, I should also go up and, like, put some torches down. And also, yeah, this is all gonna be underwater, but not now, so... yeah, keep in mind, like, this is gonna be sea level, right? So... the, actual altitude is gonna be deceptively a lot taller than you may think. And a big thing, I think, which people can tend to sometimes get wrong, is that they're too afraid to build things that look kind of awkward, and, like, that don't look like they fit very well. But that's all nature is. It's a bunch of things which don't really seem to fit that well. And basically, that's essentially all there is. Yeah, I think I'll go for a bit of a more marshy look here, so, like, we'll have, we'll have one deeper lake surrounded by a few smaller ones. I'm gonna also, like... Can I do this from the other side? Yes, I can. Yeah, I'm gonna just, plant a few pieces of grass so that we already have, like, a bit of a head start on this sort of stuff. But I think to start, I want to work on the edge over here. So, what do I mean by the edge? Well, I mean, this is like a mini thing, so... My idea for the edge... will be... I'll have to... Ooh, I have granite. Wait, I have... Okay, this is good. I actually have granite down there, so... would be kinda cool. This is just gonna be how I'm gonna do it for now. But yeah, the idea is then this would be... It would kinda have... It would stop one block away from the edge. Oh, and another thing, you can't keep shapes, okay? Like, you can't really... Yeah, like, keep a shape going. So we want to go up 2 blocks, that's fine. Yeah, who gives a shit? So much time wasted, and I thought I was being a genius. But no, it turns out you can just use bone meal. Why didn't I ask? I don't know. It's a question I ask it's a question I wondered myself, you know? But yeah. Maybe we're a little bit too close to the edge in some of these, so here I'm gonna sort of maybe move in a little bit more. And then pull back. And then over here, I'm just going to, yeah, like this, and then do a sharp-ish cut. Now, I have a few ideas. One of them may be trying to make it so the edge is actually the same altitude everywhere, but I feel like that would look maybe the tiniest bit weird, so maybe not. We are still working with a deceptively small space. So you gotta kind of be a little bit wary of that, I guess. Yeah. So then we'll do this. You can see what I mean. We've kind of moved. But yeah, this would be the sort of interior space. Okay. So then I'll just expand, like, this the tiniest bit. Because the idea is... Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna have to get up there when night falls and light everything. I mean, before night falls, actually. And light everything up so it doesn't, you know. And one other thing, you have to be inconsistent. I feel like you have to be inconsistent in a sort of consistent way that you only get with, like, a, natural sort of build. It's kind of hard to talk about this sort of stuff because... it's very, like, Minecraft building, while you can give... I feel like, while you can give people good advice, and there are entire YouTube channels surrounded with essentially Minecraft building advice and nothing more, I feel like so much of building advice, it just boils down to, you just gotta kinda get good at it. You know, it's not exactly... a science. It's more like, it's more just like art, you know? What makes a... You can explain to someone what makes a good painting, but unless they kind of understand the process of making art, it, you know, it's just gonna be a little bit hard for them. Yeah. You know, one funny thing I was thinking about is, where did I want to... We can build the other little lake over here, maybe? I'll make it so it connects, like, sort of like this. I guess the lakes, yeah, will be a little bit connected, but it is what it is. One thing which I find interesting is there are a lot of people who have a lot of weird issues with Windows. And some people have a lot of weird issues with Linux. I've had a weird issue with Linux, with Ubuntu fucking bricking itself for no reason. But as I've grown older, I feel like some of these people are dealing with, like, malfunctioning RAM that they should replace, and the system keeps randomly shitting itself, and they're assuming it's the OS, or it's, like, the GPU, when in reality, it's a RAM failure. I know I had that issue. I only figured it was my RAM when my fucking, like, Firefox pages were crashing. It's obviously, you know, I got that stuff replaced. But oh yeah, this is gonna be where the house is gonna be, so I'm making it flat. And I'm out of dirt, so I'm actually not making it flat, because I don't have anything to make it flat with. And so now I'm just gonna go and try to reach the, like, surface, so I may... Yeah, plant some torches. That's gonna stay a hole. I'm gonna just steal one of these. Go around again. It is what it is, isn't it? Yeah. See, it looks kinda natural. I feel like, one thing which, I like about beta is both the fact that it's basically a very surreal sandbox, if that makes sense. Like, okay, we've had versions of Minecraft that have been basically more advanced than beta in every way, but I feel like few versions of Minecraft, also we're gonna have to get a lot more torches, few versions of Minecraft have had the same staying power as something like beta. Because it's just, like, a complete sandbox in a way modern Minecraft just really isn't. Because the thing is, when you add more and more complexity to a game, like with modern Minecraft, the sandbox elements kind of start falling by the wayside, if that makes sense. Because, yeah, of course, okay, adding sandbox elements could theoretically make the game better and or worse. I have to get torches anyways, even if I have all the stuff I kind of need. You know, like, theoretically, it could make everything better to add more elements, but I feel like the more elements you add to a game, like Minecraft, sometimes those elements can take away from the overall experience. I remember randomly stumbling across this one video that was critical of some mod pack from this one person, and one thing which they talked about was examples of, like, good, like, what they call, there's this term now for vanilla plus mod packs, which try to mod the game in a way where it still kind of quote-unquote feels vanilla. And in that video, they talked about Better Than Adventure and their review on it. So I watched their review of Better Than Adventure, and I remember, like, one thing which they mentioned was the idea that Better Than Adventure does something like... Basically, Better Than Adventure tries to improve modern Minecraft, or I guess tries to improve the Minecraft experience by just not having a lot of the things which people don't like in modern Minecraft, you know? Like, there's no sprinting unless I think you enable it. I think there's an option. No thank you. Like, there's that. There's, you know, just so much stuff in modern Minecraft that isn't present in Better Than Adventure. That is never planned for Better Than Adventure. Because it's not something that you would have in Better Than Adventure. And this person said that obviously there's no problem with it in Better Than Adventure because it's going for a very specific thing. But it kind of made me wonder about that sort of stuff, like, you know, is it really fair to say that, oh yeah, this is a better version of a game because it has less stuff? And honestly, I would have to say that I feel like the argument that, oh, you can't just say it's better because it has less stuff, I feel like that's kind of flawed. Because, you know, it's... adding more stuff to a mod pack isn't gonna make it better, you know? There's such a thing as bloated mod packs with a bunch of things which don't work. And I feel like a problem which a decent chunk of people have with modern Minecraft is that... Oops, I'm doing this completely wrong. A problem which a lot of people have with modern Minecraft is that a lot of the features... like, they're not bad, but... Like, the fucking sniffer, I don't even know how to get him. Doesn't even do anything, it's not interesting, you know? It's like... It's kind of like, okay, I know the sniffer is like an ancient mob you have to get somehow, but it feels like it's so half-baked. Like, okay, if you've added the sniffer, why not add, like, an entire series of, like, Paleolithic mobs that, you know, you can discover and tame? And what if they could give you, like, unique stuff if you find them? Like, that could have been the idea behind the, like, 1.21 sort of update, right? You don't have just a bunch of pots and pans, not even pans, just pots. You would have, like, creatures you could find, you know, like that, mosquito found in amber, you know? There's so many things that Mojang could have done with that idea. And what do? Yeah, here's the fucking sniffer. It doesn't do anything. I hope you're happy with a mod pack, because that's how modern Minecraft sort of feels sometimes, you know? And it really is, like, one of those things, right? Where it's like, well, yeah, but it has to, like, the game has to appeal to everyone. Except I feel like that's kind of a cop-out, because the game doesn't appeal to everyone. Like, Better Than Adventure doesn't exist because, you know, Minecraft does, because Minecraft appeals to everyone. It actually exists because, shockingly, people don't think the game appeals to everyone. You know? In fact, the reason Better Than Adventure exists is because people think that Minecraft kind of, isn't moving in the direction where they want it to move in. And Better Than Adventure is a response to that, saying, hey, we're going to make a simplified version of the game which we feel fits in more with how the game was originally going to be. And I can't really blame anyone for saying, like, oh, well, Better Than Adventure is just trying to coast off of the Minecraft bad trend, or whatever. Because the mod is literally a response to, people's unhappiness with Mojang. Like, mod developers came together and they were like, hey, we are all kind of unhappy with modern Minecraft's direction, let's do something about it. And they did something about it that's really cool. But I don't know. What's funny as I'm thinking about this isn't even the original point of the person's video. Like, basically, at no point did the person ever say anything negative about Better Than Adventure. I think their only complaint was, like, there should really be, and this is, like, an older version, but I think their only complaint was, that there should be stained glass. And I think, like, that was it. It was like, oh yeah, let's talk about the bad parts. I wish there was stained glass. And the rest was just talking positively about the mod, because it's so... And it's not even a mod pack, which is kind of funny. It's just one mod. And I know that it's like, oh yeah, a lot of the features in Better Than Adventure are features which may seem big, but don't actually take that much time. Because obviously, it's a tiny mod team, but, that only makes you wonder. How come they, what could have been done if Mojang went in the direction of having a cool sandbox survival game and not whatever the fucking Minecraft Bedrock marketplace store is? Because you've seen it, I've seen it. Like, let's not pretend here that, oh yeah, the reason why Minecraft is worse than it was before is because of, like, Microsoft. Or whatever. It's funny. I remember, like, there are some people in the community who see this... Like, they have this devotion to Mojang, where they don't understand that Mojang is, a company who can do what basically whatever they want. A lot of the terrible decisions which people blame Microsoft for are actually just Mojang doing as they wish. Like, okay, maybe I'll give you some ideas, like porting things to other platforms. Maybe Microsoft really wanted, like that kind of crossplay, so that's why Bedrock replaced Legacy Console Edition or whatever. Because maybe they were like, oh yeah, we want crossplay for all platforms. I don't know. What I do know is that a lot of the other things... They basically just were Mojang saying, hey, we are going to add things that we think are going to make the game better. And they didn't make the game better. Like, it's not like some bozo at Microsoft was like, hey, I want you guys to go and add the Phantom to the game. And then Jeb was like, oh, but sir, the Phantom, it would ruin the nights of the game. It would make the game so much more frustrating for players, sir. We can't add it. That's not what he sounds like, but I can't do a Scandinavian man speaking English voice. I'm so sorry. And then, like, and then, the Microsoft exec would be, well, you can't? Well, I'll get someone who can. and then he, like, gets AI to do it, because I remember watching, it was in Polish, so, I had to use the subtitles, but there was an interview with one of the Mojang developers, and yeah, Minecraft is, you can call modern Minecraft AI slop if you want, you wouldn't be wrong. It is the sort of AI question. I mean, if you've ever been in actual programming, you know that, large language models are kind of dog shit at actually, like, gluing things together. Like, specifically in terms of coding and stuff. Some of the basic stuff they can do pretty solidly, because they're basically like a really quick and easy way to browse Stack Overflow, because that's where they scraped so much of their information off of. And Stack Overflow fucking sucks. So, it is kind of crazy that, because of that sucking and because of search engines being shit, that this is now a way of browsing for that kind of information that isn't terrible. It sucks, but what can we do? The big issue is just that AI is a very big, like, it's a great machine for accruing large amounts of technical debt, because that's what it's really good at. Just kind of pasting and gluing scraps of code together, not managing a large and complex code base for something that needs the real-time performance of a big video game that has to crunch and keep track of large amounts of data. Like, oh, I don't know, a giant game where the entire world is, like, modifiable and destructible, like Minecraft. So, is the AI used going to blow up in Mojang's face? No! That's not how it works. My prediction is that nothing will happen, because people don't really care about AI. It's kind of funny. If you spend any time on Twitter, if you spend any time around creatives, like I do, you'll know that from day one, people were at best, by best I mean in terms of, like, you know, for the reputation of AI, people were at best saying, well, hopefully it's not gonna be as big of a blight on civilization as, people predict. Oh, it was. And, like, at worst, people were decrying it as demonic technology, which can't really blame them. And that's kind of the thing, right? Okay, so the house is gonna be over here. So I'm going to build, like, a little hill maybe here somewhere. Yeah. And I'll add another, like, little lake here. Fuck it. Just a small one. But yeah, like, people have not been very receptive to it, and I find it really funny that, all the big sort of companies are immediately going into it. There are some funny memes going around. There are these, like, satire business Twitter accounts, whose entire point is that, like, they, roleplay as, like, the cartoon villain business owner. And the joke is, if you want an example, it's like, oh yeah, we finally got AI, you know, Copilot in our business. It's great. All of our engineers have used it at least 5 times per month. I've never opened it once. And Microsoft has, like, 73 perpetual licenses. For, like, you know, not perpetual, but, like, 73 yearly licenses from us. Because we use it so much. That's what I mean. What I do kind of find funny is what I'm going to call the sort of, like, problem of financial viability that a lot of AI companies are running into, which is that AI is kind of like Google, in the sense that they are displaying, like, record usage numbers, but monetizing it is going to be another thing entirely. How do you place ads in the search engine while not immediately making it useless? And keep in mind, the issue is that the Google search engine worked on 90s era servers, you know? It was extremely efficient for what it was, the web crawler. And basically the issue which companies are running into, specifically AI companies, they are struggling. They are fighting tooth and nail to ensure that their games are going to that their software is going to appear somewhat marketable to like executives, but you can't really get consumers on board to pay for AI tools. Like, Sora is dead. And yeah, you should laugh about it. You should make fun of their hubris. But the reason why all the AI tools are dead is because people, like, or all the paid AI tools at least are dead, is because a lot of people see this stuff, like, they see Sora, they see ChatGPT, they see Gemini and Copilot, and the other ones, I don't know. They see all of them basically in the same way that you would see Google, or that you would see YouTube, or that you would see Twitter, or that you would see another thing. People don't want to pay for that stuff. And, unlike something like Microsoft Office, or something like Windows, which Microsoft has had a decades-long strategy of pretending they don't notice a shitload of people just, like, pirate their software, which, why would you? This is a funny thing for me. Dude, the Windows license, just getting a standard, like, $60, I forget how much it is. It's like, it costs about as much as a video game if you just buy it directly from Microsoft, less from authorized resellers, even less if you want to get sketchy with it, but you really shouldn't. Buying a license for a Windows operating system is, like, the best kind of purchase you can make. I still have my license from, like, the early Windows 10 days, when I upgraded from, like... No, actually, I think I may have the 8.1 Pro license from all the way back, and I'm still using the same one. Because not only do you get an operating system, but you get, like, the best industry antivirus that exists. And I know some people are like, oh, just use common sense. It's kind of like airbags where no matter how good of a driver you may be, there are going to be situations in which you just cannot prepare yourself. And you will need, you know, some kind of backup plan. What happens when something you're using that you know isn't sketchy, that you know, like, is completely legit? What happens when that gets hacked? And you pull an update right when a piece of malware is put in. A piece of malware that Windows Defender catches. But you don't. Because in your mind, you're just pulling an update for something that you know is good. It's why I would never, ever, ever trust, like, you know, anything which is like, hey there, bucko, to use our legitimate software, TM, disable your antivirus. No. No. Because even if I know that your software is legitimate, you know, even if, like, this software is being run by someone who I magically can read the mind of and know they don't want to, you know, steal any of my info, it's not about them. It's about what happens when, you know, something else may happen. Anyway, what I'm saying is, you don't buy Windows for Windows as much as you buy Windows for the perpetual safety of things on your computer. And the thing is, the issues that I have on Windows are issues that a lot of people don't have. Like, I really wish there was a, like, way to just forcibly kill a task, because Alt F4 can sometimes not work if it's not programmed correctly in the program. But if I could just have, like, the murder button that I hit, and then the app implodes, that would be, like, so nice. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time when we continue this build. I'm gonna have to get some trees. See you then. Goodbye.